Alright guys, let me get everything set up here. Today's day 306. 70K. We gotta go like this and go like that. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Yeah, sorry for getting on late. I should be on a lot earlier. I'm just got caught up in some things, but today is the 9th. All right, let me change this. Go to documents. All right, got that set up. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Jaycom? Hopefully your basketball team's doing well, man. What's up, Andrew? What's up, Otto? What's up, Michael? All right. Up 70K. Alright guys, post that there, go like that. I'm going to get everything set up. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Hopefully you guys are trading well. I know it's, today was a lot of opportunities. I definitely didn't take advantage, and, you know, I'm going to go over that here in a second on how I didn't. But, you know, it's a part of trading, guys. At the end of the day, you know, today was a very poor trading day. Sure, it was a green day. But frustrating nonetheless. So let me post everything here. All right, there's that. There is this. Here, hold on a second, guys. Just making a quick post on social media. Today's runners were, well, there was a lot of them. So let's go ahead and go over them. There was WPG. There was Exila. There was IMVO. There was EYES. Let's do game. All right. There's that, guys. All right, guys. So I posted that on social media. Hopefully that posts. Yeah, there's that. Let's make sure you post it on Twitter. Make sure I post it properly here. Okay, cool. All right, now let's go live on TikTok. Sack here. All right. There is that. Alrighty, guys. Hopefully you guys had a great trading day out there. Hopefully you guys traded well. We're going to go ahead and go over today's trading day and then go from there. Today was a very opportunistic day. Did I play it well? Hell no. Today I did not trade well at all. I'll be the first one to admit today was a terrible trading day for me. It was a green day, and, you know, I'm up solidly, obviously, but it's all relative. Think percentages. I'm up 3.5% on the account today. And basically just got too spread around, and took too many trades, and, you know, not taking proper trades nonetheless. So You know, today could have been better. It's unfortunate, but I'm going to go over, you know, what I did right and what I did wrong. So we'll give it about 10, 20 more seconds before everybody gets on in, and then we'll go ahead and go over to that. Yeah, I tried to short EYES as well, and I paid the price. So, you know, that's part of trading. OTRK making nice moves after hours. SINT trying to make a comeback. I'm eating tuna. It's just straight up tuna and salt and pepper before my workout. Alrighty, guys. So let's go ahead and get started on today, okay? All right. So today, guys, basically, you know, as you guys can see, excuse me, we took quite a few trades today. Traded over 3 million shares. You know, it was a lot of volatility between a lot of different stocks. Between, you know, XELA, between, you know, EH, between, you know, GameStop, between WPG, and all these things, right? So there's a lot of opportunities today, but I didn't necessarily play them properly. You know, and that's just the way it goes. Today I know is a green day, and today I know you're like, wow, you know, today's a good trading day for you. Reality is, you know, today was a terrible trading day. It should have, you know, today feels like a red day. I know it's a green day, but today feels like a red day. I tried to get EYES short. I had to cover that thing up multiple times today. But yeah, so let's go ahead and go over. So my main focus, so IMVO, you know, we shorted nicely 33,000 shares for a nice $30,000 gain right out of the gates. We shorted it. It's a typical move that I do. Let's see here. So I shorted it up in here. Sorry. Once we got this massive hold up, I got halted and then halted again. And I said anything inside here, I'm going to short. And that's exactly what I did. Again, when it runs from 5 to 11 that quickly on multiple holds up, I'm going to short. Now, obviously, I had room to add, just in case, because nothing's ever for sure. But at the end of the day, Richie has a TikToker for fun. What's his TikTok? That's awesome. What's his TikTok? I like to see it. TikToker for fun for. But yeah, so you know, I was shorting it up in here, and I ended up with a 10.24 average, which is not great, but decent. And then this thing halted down, and I covered it into the hold, all of it, at 9.34. You can see there for a $33,000 or 9.32 for a $33,000 gain or a $30,000 gain. And then of course EYES I tried long and gave it all back. OPGN I tried to long, gave it more back. Then GameStop was a nice trade, 9,000 shares in, 227.59 in, 237 out. So, right, I longed it right when I saw the reclaim. So it was right when I saw this, you know, basically strong recovery. I started longing in this dip and then ripped straight up and got paid immediately. I was pretty MNOV's making. But that was a pretty awesome trade there. You know, basically seeing this thing trend all day, forming kind of a pennant, lower highs and higher lows, and then seeing this recovery here showed me that there with this wick, that tells me there's a lot of strength on the stock. Trying to get any kind of dip before the rip. My plan was just to sell new highs or at least get a perk above 230, and we nailed that trade. So that was a very solid trade right there. And then just kind of a bunch of sloppy trades in here. And then EYES tried to long it, got stopped out for $27,000. $27,000 loser. You can see here, EYES trying to short it. Had to cover it up for a $36,000 loser. Here's where I shorted pretty big size. So I shorted EYES 162,000 shares on EYES, right? So, let's see. So EYES, guys, was one that I was watching, and I shorted it up in here on this, or actually, yeah, my big size was I shorted it up in here on this pop right here. So basically, I was in the green about $120,000 in here, and then, you know, we had this huge pop right here. And luckily, once I saw this recover here, I was kind of nervous. Then I saw this pop, and I'm like, should I cover? And once 14.45 broke, I covered it up. Luckily, I did because this thing kept going. And it's on watch for tomorrow. So that was a kind of a bad trade on my part. I really thought EYES was going to go green-red. And I thought there was going to be at least $3 or $4 or $5 a share to the downside there. I know it's third green day. But didn't quite do it. And it didn't quite trade well enough for me. So I ended up covering it up. And yeah, this thing could continue to go tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And then luckily, you know, I traded GameStop for a nice little scalp there. $7,000 winner. WPG ended up taking a little loss there on that one. And then SINT was a nice way to close out the day. $65,000 winner. That thing consolidated all day. And then GameStop saved me to go red-green. After hours, I long GameStop, 249.73 in, 255.48 out. I'll show you where I got long. So basically, you know, was watching this one, and I thought it was just going to fade off, and we were going to close out, like come down, basically after hours. Once this candle perked through, I was basically limit buying on all these dips right in here. I ended up with not a great average of 249.73, so that was right about 250. But those were all basically limit buys, just trying to take a dip before the next rip. Because to me, it was like, okay, this is going to sell off, and we're just going to see it tomorrow, and we'll see what happens. It was going to sell off the rest, right? Once I saw this candle form, I'm like, all right, there's going to be some interest after hours now. I was like, this candlestick, to me, was like, that says there's still interest there, especially with that kind of volume. So I started limit buying all the dips and held through this, and I said anything over high a day, I was going to take off. And I just sold off anything over high a day, and I actually nailed that one. Luckily, or else I'd be down, and I'd just be kind of in a stressful position with no liquidity right now. I mean, it's obviously it's GameStop, so it's a decent amount of liquidity always, but yeah, so I nailed that trade, and I went red-green, and then SINT I tried to take one more trade on, and I didn't get any. But I want to cover SINT. SINT, guys, when you see a consolidation for this long, with this much volume, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, it consolidated literally inside 267 and then a higher low all day long. You know, it's different if it's, you know, the first couple hours. Guys, this consolidated inside 220 and 270 literally all day. And this is a perfect example of an ascending triangle. So higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, and the break off top was 270, right? So I basically was buying all these dips and trying to accumulate down here and hoping for a rip into the close. And I still like it for an overnight. You know, that's why I put it as an overnight idea. It's just the brokerage that I have, if I hold it overnight, it ends up, I'm not able to use that buying power the next day. So I close out of all my positions. That's just the brokerage I have. It is what it is. But guys, this consolidated all day. We're actually recovering after hours. So this to me was a no-brainer. When you see a consolidation that lasts all day inside that higher low and lower high, guys, that's a huge amount of opportunity, and a lot of people just saying, hey, I'm wanting to buy it here. Hey, I'm wanting to buy it here. Hey, I'm wanting to buy it here. And then just basically less and less and less and less sellers basically letting you in, basically saying, okay, well, this stock's interesting, I want to buy it. This stock's interesting, I want to buy it. This stock's interesting, I want to buy it, and I want to buy it, and I want to buy it. And everybody's basically speaking to the chart, saying, okay, I'm not going to let it go down anymore. Okay, well, I'll have interest in it. Okay, I have interest in it. And basically not enough sellers are pushing it down. And then it becomes, this is just language in stocks, guys. This is why I think charts are so important, because it speaks volume to what the stock is actually doing. It speaks at what humans are reacting to each and every stock. That's why I think TA is so underrated because, guys, I mean, you can know the news and you can know all the filings and all this, but at the end of the day, all that is priced in to the movement and the volume of a stock. The volume and the price action of a stock tells you everything, at least to me. Not everything, but mostly everything. And to me, it was like, okay, well, Joe Schmo wanted to buy it here and then, got scared. And then, okay, Joe Schmo wanted to buy it here and then got scared. Joe Schmo wanted to buy it here and then made some money. Joe Schmo wanted to buy it here and then, made some money. But what the big picture here is saying, guys, is that there's every time this thing sells off, less amount of people want to sell it. So basically what it's saying is, in this amount of price action you're seeing here, the moral of every person in and out of this stock is saying that I'm willing to pay more for this stock than what it's at. That's generally what people are saying throughout the entire day. Now, sure, you can see this, and you're going to 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 see this, and this, and this, and this, and this, right? But the general thesis is I'm willing to pay more than what the stock is at, and that's why there was higher lows all day. It's been a long time since I've seen, consolidation like that all day long, right? And so I let the chart, I let the volume, I let the time in sales, and I let everybody around me tell me what's going on with the stock. And then once you have a thesis that you're comfortable with, the longer the consolidation, the bigger the breakout, and so on and so forth, right? It's SINT flipping fantastically. Okay? So, that obviously, guys, this was a lot of people buying and selling all day. But the general statement that people were making was, I'm not willing to sell it as much. 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 And shorts cover, right? And now we're moving after ours. We're at 284. So you have to take some general theses from charts, from TA, from volume, and kind of like you have to read it as a language, right? Read it as like this is what people are willing to do with each stock. And you can learn so much from chart reading, it's insane. I think it's so underrated. But anyways, guys, I've been on here for about 17 minutes. I do have to go. Today was a $70,000 day. I'm going to bring the account up to $2 million. Right now it's at $1.985 million. And then I'll start pulling profits again. I want to be trading with $2 million account. Yeah, the tape helps as well. And if I see speeding in the tape, it generally means top or bottom. I'm not even going to repeat that. I almost did. But as always, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. Have a plan, a process, and a strategy, guys. Free chat. Links in the description below. My course of teaching my processes in the description below. Guys, my course teaches you all my strategies and processes and how I turned 1,000 into 1,000,000 in 109 business days. Okay? And honestly, probably 1,000 to 3 million. Now, I'm getting into some things with like GameStop and shorting a little bit that might not quite be on there. But it's mainly for like mid-sized to smaller accounts. Anything for, obviously I take 1,000 and I use all the strategies up to about 5 million. Now we're up to about 15 million or 14.5 million. And I'm starting to use some things that aren't quite on there. But some of the live trades are on there that I use to this day. So just so you guys know and get a clear understanding, someone brought that up to me yesterday and I want to make that clear. The course that I have is about 20 hours of content, about 5 hours of live trading and commentary. But it basically goes over how I turned 1,000 into about 5 million. I can't remember the exact amount of days, but those strategies are on my course. The strategies I'm using now, it's still similar. Mainly all of them I still use. But there's a couple of, it's all the same concept, I think. But, I'm just trading larger. I'm trading large caps now and mid caps more because liquidity. And because it's when I get to a point in my trading career, it's gonna be where I head. So not saying that I'm still always gonna be in small caps and mid caps for sure. But I'm just gonna be trading more mid caps than large caps. That's all. Anyways, guys, I'm not a financial trader. Your own risk, have a plan, process, and a strategy. If you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yes, I'm talking to you in the camera. I'm talking to you. Subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that, guys. It helps the NorMagnolaTrading.com community out a ton. I come on here every day for free for you guys, so if the least you could help me with is just subscribing to the channel. Subscribe. And And let's get those likes up to at least 100 likes. There's 150 of you live, and there's going to be plenty more. Guys, as always, free link in the description below for my free chat room. I hope you guys are taking away a lot. I hope you guys are inspired and motivated. Also, my course teaching my processes in the link in the description below. Brokers that I use, link in the description below. Brokers that give you up to 2 free stocks, value up to $1,400, link in the description below. Scanners that I use, link in the description below. And that's really all I have today, guys. Hopefully you guys trade well. I need to be trading better tomorrow, making a plan, a process, and a strategy, sizing down until I get something that's an A+ setup. I appreciate every one of you guys supporting the NorMacnoTrading.com community. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Click the icon later for my new videos. Cheers, team, and go Hawks, team. Thanks, guys. Cheers, team.